Man, this is probably the most beautiful day of the year so far. 75, 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Ground's still a little wet for the moisture we got. Lentils are, well, they're coming. Let's dig down in the sea here. They're working their way up. Oh, it is muddy down there. That is such a good thing. Oh, I love it. Oh, how muddy that is. Where's the lentils at? They're here somewhere. Oh, I think I saw one. Look at that mud. That's something else. Let's try a different spot. Right here. There's a lentil here, guaranteed. Where are we hiding? Oh, there they are. Right there. All right, what I was doing though, had a plug nozzle. There we go, right there. Perfecto. Okay. There's something else I saw while I was over here. Where is that at? I was walking around and I saw something. I didn't pick it up because it's here. Give me a second. Hang on. There we go. Ah, look at that. Got some old tire tread. The glue style. Don't worry, I'm holding it upright this time. You don't let the luck dump out, right? So where do we put that to keep it upright? My leak right there. Is that a good spot for it? Let's see. That's not a good spot. That's a better spot, but not great. There. Oh boy, check it out. So there's a lot of solar flares going on today. It's supposed to be great northern lights tonight, and my auto steer is going backwards. It's hard to tell right now, but I'm looking backwards at my screen. And I know I've got the reverse function. Yes, I'd like to change direction. Doesn't do anything. And I've tried everything. Restart it, unplug my RS1, plug it back in. Multiple jobs, starts over. I finally gave up, so I'm just hand steering, because when I try to engage auto steer, it tries to turn me around and go the other way. It thinks I'm going backwards right now, but I'm not. Very strange. It's got to be solar activity. It's got to be something with satellites. So we're back to the old school steering. Feels good, I guess. A little bit. I'm now drifting. Look at that. Sideways spraying. I don't feel like I'm going sideways, but oh, hey, hang on. Hang on. Are we back? I think we're back. Yeah. All right. Let's do this. And there we go. Shut her down. Good. Lentils are sprayed. We're ready to go. Next up, chem follow, which is about a week out. So I got some time off. Alright, it is lightly raining outside. Not enough to do anything, but it's still nice, smells good. Actually forecast a little rain in a day or two. I got the old GMC back in the shop. I'm gonna try to do some stuff to it that I've been wanting to do for a while now and haven't gotten to it. And it's two things. One, I'm gonna change all the valve springs out for an updated aftermarket kit that's supposed to be a lot better, that hopefully won't break like Leg Arms Yukon did and drop a valve on your piston and destroy an engine. And two, I'm gonna change out the rocker arm bearings to bushings. They're needle bearings right now. They're original. This has 156,000 miles on it. None of the springs or needle bearings were changed out when we overhauled this engine. I don't want any of those systems because the needle bearings can drop needles down into your lifters or other stuff if they come apart, which they're known to come apart. So I think it's a good time to take care of it. I got a little bit of time today. Let's see if we can get it done. And I know there's that there too. Just kind of ignore that. GMC, let's go. Ooh, there we are. Oh yeah. Don't worry, not a cold air intake, original airbox. I just kept the can end tube here. I don't know. It looked like it flowed smoother than the original stock one. Maybe not. I don't know. Did get a catch can on here too. That thing whistles. It's kind of weird sound, but it has been catching quite a bit of oil, and that stops oil from your gallery or valley, whatever you call it. It sucks it up through the here. It's got like a steel wool in there, and the oil separates from the flow of air, drops down, and then it runs back in, and that keeps a lot of nasty, I shouldn't say nasty, but oil from getting in your intake, because the fuel, because it's direct injection into the cylinders, there's nothing to wash the valves off. Normally with an engine, you have gas that flows over the valves in, which cleans the valves. These can get kind of cluttered up with gunk because there's a lot of oil residue in there. So by getting the oil first before it goes through, you keep your engine a little bit cleaner inside. All right, let's see. Get our little tray here. And there we go. Oh, that didn't work. Take two. False alarm. There we go. And go into my mystery room of mysteries of much stuff that needs organized. Grab me some boxes. Let's go. Right. Beautiful. So here's our goods. These are, what do they call these again?
Rocker and bushings.
I guess that's what they are. Well, no, these are the actual bushings.
This is the bushing.
These go on there.
It's a kit to replace
the originals that had the needle bearings, yeah. There's your snap markers, bolts. Here's our springs. Here's a tool to compress the springs. This is a tool to screw into your spark plug port and then put compressed air to your cylinder to keep the valves up so they don't fall down while you're doing this, because if they fall down, you're in trouble. That's my biggest fear. But we're still going to turn the engine over to top dead center. Every cylinder we're doing, so the piston's up as high as it can be. So if the valve does drop down when we pull, I forget the term, deeper, that way it doesn't fall into the cylinder. We can still grab it and pull it up. But with the compressed air in the cylinder, theoretically, from what I've heard, read in forums and everything, that'll keep your valves up while you're working on it. So we'll go through and do all 8.
You want to grab the hood? Okay.
At least these hoods are aluminum.
Fiberglass.
Or fiberglass. Is that what they are?
Yeah.
So, I'm going to take this. You mean to take this piece off?
No.
We can get around it. Do you want the catch can off, or is that in the way?
No, that's fine. Because we just got to take off all the spark plug wires and then take off your
intake for valve cover. Yeah. No. What is it? Definitely not.
They're 5/8.
What's that?
They're all 5/8.
Well, they're all missing.
All of them? What?
All right, that's number 1. Huh. Why does it look so crusty? Look at that spark plug. I like that. Oh, these come off nice, thank goodness. Because I had these off a year ago. That one's not as bad. That one looks a lot better. Why did that first cylinder look like that? I don't like that. Yeah, that one looks better. Ugh. That one looks good too. Yeah, those all look great except for that one cylinder. Can we see the difference here? That one, even the tip, it looks like the tip's missing off this one entirely. Yeah, this would make me feel a lot better. Every time I drive this thing, I'm just sitting there going, I bet you I got needle bearings just falling down inside right now. All right. Looking for the long lost 10mm that just fell down. Oh, here's something. Oh, I found it. Oh, I dropped it. Oh, it's stuck to the magnet. There we go. Hi, Mav. Are you wet? Was it raining out there? Yeah, you're good now. Do love the ominous dark skies above the nice white grain bins. It's beautiful. All right. Valve cover number 1. All right. Do you have needle bearings laying in there? Broken springs? The funny thing is, all of that right there might actually be good.
Nick, you had a 10mm socket there.
Another? What?
That's crazy.
Wow, good find. The crazy part is technically, this might run another 200,000 miles. Could, absolutely could. Might. Where'd my hat go? Oh, it's under there. Not only do you lose 10mm sockets, you lose hats too. Over you. All right. 10mm?
Nope. You're good on the side.
Oh. All right, I got a bar on the front crankshaft bolt, and we got the air in. Watch this. I push away. Watch me pressurize it. Ah! I kicked it off.
See, that's...
So by compressing that cylinder, it's turning the crankshaft a little bit and throwing this over. It's pretty fun. Didn't expect that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find top dead center. And
all right.
It'll blow it down.
Okay. All right. So you just pulled the rockers off. There's the original valve springs. These ones look shinier. There's a reason, because we just changed them out. I know, guys. Sorry. We had to try it first before we showed you. But anyways, here's our tool, our valve spring compressor. So I'll put these two bolts hand tight back into the original holes where the valves, the rocker arms were bolted down on. And then I use this nut right here, and I slowly tighten this piece down to compress the springs. Then I can remove the keepers, which are right here and right here. Take the keepers out, undo this, pull the springs out, swap out these top caps on the new springs, put the new springs on, tighten this back down, put the keepers back in, loosen it back up, new springs are on. Leg arms is working on pressing out the old needle bearings and putting the bushings in. So let's put this on. First, let's blow these out, make sure there's no oil in them. Okay. Don't want to lose these keepers, so that's why I'm using a magnet to grab them, because I don't trust my fingers. There's the other one right there. There's one. Got it. There we go. Get that, twist it, turn it. Pull the spring out. Pull the spring out. Now, as you can see, we've got the air line compressing that cylinder, so it's holding those valves up right now. We also have it on top dead center, but we got a bar there on that front nut or bolt on the flywheel. All the harmonic valves are held tight, so that way the crankshaft can't try to rotate, because with that compression on that cylinder, it likes to try to rotate the whole crankshaft. So, grab ourselves some new shiny springs. Just looking at these aftermarket springs, see what I think where I got these springs from. These are Texas Speed, I think. They are thicker springs, not by much, but definitely thicker wire than the originals. So pull that top cap off, put it on like that. Grab the other one, cap off, like that. Okay, put them back in. This is going to be fun when we get further back in there where we've got the firewall to deal with. But for now, these ones are easy because access is easy. Take our tool, turn it, line the springs up, start tightening down on it, like so. You're not supposed to use an impact on this, like that. Run it down on. Oh, something happened, and I just pressed the valve down a little bit. I got it with my finger. There we go. There we go.
The nice thing is it can't go all the way down.
It's because it's a piston.
So.
I think that's what it just did, is it just tapped the piston. I must have barely bumped it or caught the edge of the spring or something, and I was compressing it. That's why you have it at top dead center, so that when that kind of thing happens, you don't lose a valve in your piston or cylinder. Hang on, let me straighten the spring out a little bit.
You can watch it and I'll do this.
Yeah, it's just, I see what it did. It caught right on the edge of it. There we go. All right. Don't drop the keeper. There we go. Well, I got it to pop up some, hang on a sec here. There we go. Okay, I just took it out. I got it. I just kept prodding down there, and all of a sudden, this came out with it. Oh, that took 15 minutes of time for no reason. All right, let's not do that again. And I'm sure we're gonna do that again. I need extra of these. Anyone have extra of these?
You know where this goes, Nick?
It looks like an engine mount bolt. No idea. Okay. I believe the keepers are in. Does that look, that one doesn't look right. Is that keeper in all the way? That one? I guess it is. Yeah, I mean, it's right. I guess so. I mean, it's holding it there, so I'm just nervous. Something looks different than this too. This one's not in far enough.
Can I put it back down?
Yeah, we gotta compress it again. All right, that's gotta be right then. All right, well.
We can't go any further because they're already squished around the shaft, and there's only.
All right. Well, I guess it is all the way. All right, we're looking for 22 foot-pounds. 20, 25 roughly, just over. Oh, I gotta get over here. Oh man, where's the face for a leg? Is that right there? Huh. Okay, this one is not tight. Yeah, keep tightening that. Hang on a second here. Oh, there we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, that's good. Just wrapped up one side. So that's all together. It is a bit of a nightmare at those keepers. Oh, they're a bugger. But we got them in. The back one was pain. I did drop a valve down because I pressurized the wrong cylinder and took the keeper off and the valve went thunk. But fortunately, it didn't go down far enough and I had a magnet and I was able to pull it back up. Not making that mistake again. Now we're going to switch to this side. I'm going to start in the back. I'm going to work this way forward, changing springs and keepers. And then over here, I did get a brand new spark plug. These were all new as of when I did the engine last year, so these don't have no more than 10,000 miles on them. I went and did a lot of research, and from pretty much what people are saying, it's not black ash. That's the word ash on it. It was, I already cleaned it up, threw it away, so I can't show you guys. It's kind of brown and really fluffy and light, and it's a good indication of very fine amounts of oil getting into your cylinder. So more than likely, it's the valve seals that's slowly leaking a teeny bit of oil in or getting sucked in the combustion, and it dissolves and the minerals get left on the spark plug. It also could be an injector. They're brand new injectors. Very possible that one could be having problems too. So I'm going to take that plug out in a couple thousand miles, probably the next oil change, and look at it again. And if it starts looking like it did before, I'm going to change the seals on that valve and possibly put a new injector in it. Fun just doesn't stop, does it? All right. Well, we wrapped up that side. All the springs are right here. There's all the, oh, the bearings fell out. There's all the little bearings, needle bearings. These little guys are what falls down inside your lifters and jams your lifters up when they come apart. Mine looked okay, but you know what? It's happened to a lot of people, so it's just a matter of time for it happened to mine. And all the springs, you know, they're all together because they ran another 200,000 miles, probably. Or they would have come apart tomorrow. I don't know. But what I do know is now it should be clear of all those problems. It's still an engine, it can still fail, but it's going to be less likely to fail now. Other side though, we did drop a valve twice. First time I did, magnet got it out. Second time the piston was too deep. It was my mistake, I got distracted. I forgot to move my airline over to the next cylinder. I had a phone call, walked away for a while, talked, tried to get some stuff figured out, came back, started tightening down the springs, took keepers out, and one of the valves went blip. What's going on? And then I realized I was pressurizing the wrong cylinder because I never switched it over. So.
Hey Nick, you should have bought a Pontiac.
Should have bought a Pontiac. I was thinking more of an Oldsmobile. They're hot these days.
You had one.
So, anyways, that was a chore. I know, it wasn't on camera. I'm sorry, guys. It was very frustrating. I was very scared and worried that we'd have to tear a head off. But we took the intake off, we took the exhaust manifold off, and we were able to use the ports in the head to get that valve lined back up again with a magnet and pulled it back up and lift the piston back up, and it held it tight like it should have been in the first place. Can't wait for this to be done. Anyways, sorry, we didn't show that, but that's what happened. That's how we fix it. So if that happens to you, if you drop a valve, just know you got to take your intake manifold off. If it's your intake valve, you can get to it. There's a big enough hole there. You can get there and you can grab some magnets and stuff and you can kind of work it up and put a little tiny magnet down the valve port and you can get it and eventually pull it up through. If it's your exhaust, you got to take your exhaust manifold off and you get a little access in there where you can do the same thing. So there's options and then taking your head off, but yeah, it could have been a head. Thank God it's not. So, all right, I'm going to help this guy out. He's working. He should be working. This isn't his pickup even. I think we're good to go to start it. We just finished putting all the spark plugs in, exhaust manifold back on that side, downpipes tightened up. I think we're good. So I'm gonna put my foot to the floor on the pedal so it doesn't start, and we're just gonna crank it over and listen, make sure nothing hits hard, in case a valve, I don't know why it would fall, and I don't know. Who knows? So pedal to the floor and crank a little bit. And my window wipers are going. I know, hood's open. We don't have a hood on it currently. Well, got oil pressure. Not much else I can tell. That check engine code is my evap canister that I haven't replaced. That's been telling me for about 3 years now. I'm just gonna reset it again here in a second. But I'll plug my scan tool in and just take a look after it runs for a second here. We'll see what pops up.
Should have bought a Tesla.
Should have bought a Tesla. Would have had just batteries and motors. Not that thing. Not an engine. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. ECM P0442. Evaporative emission system leak detected. Small leak. Been that way for 5 years now. Should I get it fixed? Probably. Can I just clear the code and it'll last for another fuel tank? There, $300 later. Cleared. Isn't that easy?